Hi, my name is Jessica Martin, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the integumentary system. So the integumentary system consists of the skin, which is the largest organ of the body, and it also consists of accessory structures, which would include hair, nails, and glands. The skin can be divided into three main parts, the most superficial of those parts being the epidermis. The epidermis can be divided into 5 layers. The most deep layer of the epidermis is called the stratum basale. This layer is important because it contains the stem cells that help to produce the regenerating epithelia that we are used to. The next layer is the stratum spinosum. The stratum spinosum is where we start to see keratinocytes, which are cells that produce the protein keratin, which becomes important as we move through the layers of the epidermis. The next layer is the stratum granulosum, where we start to see the production of keratin from the keratinocytes. And the keratin kind of tucks itself around the cells of the epithelium and hardens the cell membrane and flattens them, ultimately killing them, which makes for a keratinized cell. In the next layer, we have the stratum lucidum, which we only find in thick skin, which is in the palms of the hand and the sole of the feet. This extra layer gives these areas of skin a little extra protection. Last, we have the stratum corneum, which is the most superficial layer of the epidermis, and this is consisting of several layers of dead keratinized skin cells that provide a water-resistant and tough exterior surface of the skin. The next layer down is the dermis. It consists of 2 layers. There's the upper, more superficial papillary layer, which provides support and nutrition for the epidermis. And then below that, there is the reticular layer, which has a lot of accessory structures such as hair follicles to produce hairs, eccrine and apocrine sweat glands, and sebaceous glands, as well as mechanoreceptors to detect sensory stimuli like touch and pressure. The final, most deep layer of the skin is the hypodermis, which is basically a collection of loose connective tissue that has vessels running through it underneath all of those things. There are many clinical applications of the anatomy of the skin. One that I think might relate to my future profession as a PA would be tension lines. Tension lines are the direction that fibers run through the skin. So when conducting minor office procedures or surgeries, you want to make sure that you're cutting with the tension line or in parallel with the tension line. Doing this will promote the patient's ability to heal correctly and well and minimize the potential for scar tissue. If we cut perpendicular to the tension lines, the patient is more likely to heal poorly and more likely to have that scar tissue.